Hey folks, we are on the WarThunder Apex Predators dev server, and we are taking a look at the F-16A. Oh boy. So let's get into some stuff real quick. First, of course, disclaimer, this is the dev server, everything could change. Let's take a quick look at the radar. It has the AN APG-66. You're going to see it's got some different nomenclature there. It's mentioning the look down all aspects, look up. That's something we haven't seen line item as like a line item in the radar before. Full ballistics computer, as we would expect. For upgrades, the starting loadout is just a pair of AIM-9Js. Moves up to get more of them into the Ls. You're also going to notice it does not come stock with countermeasures. That's annoying. No radar missiles or anything on the F-16A. You do get 6 AIM-9Ls, which is insane. That's some pretty heavy firepower right there. You can also take the GBU-8, the TV-guided bombs. You can take the AGM-65s, the Mavericks, and you can take drop tanks on the center pylon. Kind of a big deal. It's not, the drop tank isn't really working at the moment on the dev server. When I tried to play around with it, it caused some glitches. But it's there, and let me just show you what it looks like at least. You can see here on the bottom we've got that huge drop tank hanging around. But trying to go into missions with it, at least for me, is not working at the time of making this dev server video. It is located down below the F5E, right where you would expect. Also notice the F-14 got bumped into rank 8 where it should be, but its battle rating did not increase. And the F-16 is at 11.7. So I'm going to take this into a flight and we'll see what it can do. Alright, we're out in the F-16. Unfortunately, I can't take this into a regular mission. For whatever reason, trying to spawn into a match or even a custom battle crashes my game client when I've got the F-16 going. So I set up a test flight here with some opposition so we can at least take a few shots. First thing I want to show you, take a look at the radar. We've got some good dish angles going. Range presets out to 148 kilometers, so it's not bad. We've got a couple of different radar modes. We have pulse Doppler search and regular search. Noteworthy, we do not have track wall scan. So that's something to be aware of there. Of course, we've got our loadout of our 6 AIM-9Ls, which are all aspect heat-seeking weapons. Incredibly good. Good, easy smack. And of course, the F-16 is legendary for its turn performance. Check this out. Look at that. Look at that insane turn rate. Crazy. Crazy. So I'm expecting the F-16 in air combat is going to end up filling a role very similar to like the J-7E or the F-5E. It's going to be kind of a dedicated close-in dogfighter. That is certainly a role that this aircraft excels at in real life. And I'm cautiously optimistic for it that it's going to excel at it in the game. The other thing to be aware of course, is that it is fast. Very fast. You're going to see we're already we're at Mach 1.16 there without even really thinking too hard about it. And ignore my missile shots. I'm just blindly dumping some weapons here to get rid of some weight. Oh, it reminds me. We can just dump it. So check this out. We're in, what's that, like a good 75-degree zoom climb. And we're barely losing any speed. I mean, the power on this is insane. You know, the rank 8 aircraft that are getting added here are really going to enable WarThunder combat to take place at some much higher altitudes You know, if people decide to go play around up high. So I don't know. We could see some really dramatic shifts to the air battles meta, you know, coming up over the next 6 months or so. Oh, there's another buddy. Now, the other thing with the F-16, of course, the F-16A here, it can take the TV-guided bombs and it can take Mavericks. And it's got a full ballistics computer for all this stuff. So, you know, this aircraft absolutely is going to have a role in close air support. You know, unlike its counterpart, the MiG-29, the MiG-29, I mean, it's got bombs and rocket pods, but it doesn't have any guided weapons. The F-16A here, the F-16A, is a much more versatile sort of an aircraft. It's going to have, you know, a relatively good close air support performance, I'm expecting, you know, with the Mavericks and the GBUs there. And, of course, it's going to be a monster in air combat. The only thing that this isn't going to have going for it is a complete lack of any BVR capability. You know, that's not really the end of the world. It's a shortcoming, but I don't think it's going to be a crippling shortcoming. I really think, you know, the role for this is going to end up being just that dedicated, close-in, turn-and-burn dogfight. And in that role, I mean, look at this turn. In that role, the F-16 really excels. Look at that. Look at that. That's insane. I mean, I'm not even dumping combat flaps. Crazy. Yeah, so as a close-in dogfighter, this thing's going to be a monster. I will try, if they do a second dev server, to take this thing out into some matches against actual people or something. But for right now, unfortunately, trying to bring the F-16 into a match crashes my game. The last thing I'm going to mention, the engine on this thing is frickin' thirsty if you're flying around with the afterburner on, and it gets a drop tank. So that's probably absolutely going to be something it needs on like the larger enduring confrontation maps. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching.